to school became an issue, because, they're 7. Sometimes they have on different shoes, It's kind of hard for them to remember that they need to bring their pencil box back from home to school. So we did take a huge hit within our supplies, but luckily we do have, you know, teachers and community members such as yourselves and others that just drop off things randomly, so we were always able to get a kid what they needed. Our clothes closet is fully off of donations, and what that is for some reason, I don't know why they play on the swings when it rains, but they do, and somebody, at least 3 kids every time it rains, falls in the mud pile at the end of the swings. So they are not required to bring those clothes back. They can keep them, and like when I say we change their clothes, I mean we change their pants, their underwear, their socks, and if they have completely mudded up their shoes also. It's great that they're not required to bring them back because sometimes that's an extra set of clothes. We also use that clothes closet for students that we know are less fortunate, that do not have the things that they need, such as, washing detergent to wash their clothes. So there's some students that we grab them in the morning, we give them clothes, we take their clothes, we wash those clothes, and then I always give them an option of, do you want to take this outfit home that is nice and fits you and you can keep it, or do you want me to take it and I wash it and I leave it at school for any other day that you might need it? And 9 times out of 10 they want to take it home because it's nicer than what they came to school in, and they know if they come back to school in that, I'll wash it again. So that at times takes a hit because, like I said, they're not required to bring it back. So things such as socks, like, people don't really donate your socks because, those are socks. But and then we also do a snack area in my office, to where teachers at the beginning of the year can come pick up whatever snacks that are there for their rooms for kids that don't bring snack. And sometimes they also use it for kids that aren't able to get snacks, like buy snacks from the cafeteria, such as like chips and Rice Krispie treats and stuff like that. Right now we do every Christmas we send out letters to the families before that received help the previous Christmas, but we also, the teachers also look out for new families, like if they may have gone through some financial changes, which this year was a lot of families that were affected economically by the COVID. Everybody was affected by the COVID, and during that time, we just reach out to people and we say, this is a list of what the kids would like, this is a list of what their parents said that they need, and this is the list of their clothing sizes. And so we try to ensure that every student at Archdale gets some form of Christmas, because, when kids come back from the break, usually they have on new things. They got this, and they're sharing all of these things, and you can see kind of the heartache in some kids because they didn't get that. And especially, if, some kids still believe in Santa, and, then it comes down to that, like, well, was I not good enough for Santa to bring me this, So with our Christmas help and the community members that we reach out to, we're able to make sure that all of our kids at least get some form of Christmas. And it's really nice when we come back in January and I, like, just casually ask them what they got. I already know what they got because I can't get into my office for 2 weeks because I think my first year I had 19 bikes in my office. And Pastor Joel has seen my office. It's not that big, but I made it fit. And so they're very excited about all these things that they got. I will say that Archdale, you'll hear a lot of us say it, is a really special place. I actually started elementary school at Archdale. I went there from kindergarten to 3rd grade. And when I moved, it was horrible. I told my mom it wasn't her best parenting moment. I don't care. I was like, I don't care if we bought a nice house and we've been in it ever since. It was not your best parenting moment. Because, I think about it. It's such a nice place that my first day back, going in as an adult, as the school counselor, our lead teacher said, "I remember you," went to the library and pulled out my kindergarten yearbook. So, yeah, it was super embarrassing trying to be an adult, and, these are supposed to be your colleagues, and they see this horrible kindergarten picture because you did not like what your mom put you on, so you did not smile. It was a really horrible picture, guys. But that was my first experience. But that just shows you the care and the love that a lot of the teachers put in. And like I said, she was a lead teacher. She was teaching 5th grade when I was in kindergarten. I never had her. Never. But she looked at me and was like, "I know you." And so Archdale is just a really, really special place. And we love it there. We love our kids. And, my family and I bought for a family this year for Christmas, and I went broke. And we have to make that check last 6 weeks. But I did. I went broke because you realize like how wonderful these kids are and what you want to do for them, and it's like you just do it. And we do it on a normal basis. Like we run to Walmart and we buy shoes because you came to school and your socks are touching the floor, So we're going to make sure that you have everything you need. But we can't do that without the help from people like you, because there's 60 of us, but there's 370 of those, of the students. So as much as we would love to go out and buy for all of them, it makes it very hard to do so. When we got the clothes bin from your clothes drive and that wonderful check, after y'all left, I kept it together while y'all were there, but I went screaming into my principal's office, flinging it around like, "We got shoe money for next year." like I can put shoes in the clothes closet. And I was like, I'm about to do average shoe sizes, because that to me, that was like, okay, I'm not running out to Walmart every time, but I know that it's there when it's needed. And days that I'm not there, days that I'm not in my office, teachers may not know that, I'll go to the store and, the kid just sits there with, half his foot hanging out his shoe and stuff like that. So we just really, really, and we really appreciated the breakfast. We ate off that for 2 days. It was great. So we really, really appreciate all that you have already done. As far as future needs, we always need volunteers to come in and read to the students. We did a virtual career fair this year, so reaching out in the community and finding all the different careers that interest the kids, because we have a variety of interests. Like we have one 5th grader that wants to be an FBI profiler, so all anywhere from law enforcement to veterinarian. So having the community partnership to reach out and say, "Hey, we need volunteers to come do lunch duty," or do you know anybody that has a marine biologist job or something like that can record this video, or something as simple as if you work into a dentist office and you all sit down and you read a story and record it, and then we can put it online for our kids to watch over the summer, because that's what we did this year also. We reached out to community members to read. That way the kids have someone reading to them this summer, because a lot of them don't have that at home, whether it's their parents don't speak English or their parents just don't read that well. And we know reading to kids is how we help them learn how to read. So we very much look forward to this partnership. I'm very excited. My principals are very excited. They were not able to come today due to one of my principals, all her kids came home today. So she was like from college. So she's like, "I got to go home." So I just thank you guys very, very much. And we are very appreciative of all the work that you have already done. And we look forward to working with you guys in the future.
Miss Young. See, folks, what a difference we can make. You see what I mean? I mean, you think about that. I mean, you heard how excited she was. And that's the thing that is so unique to who we are and and the God we serve. because Christ teaches us to be generous and to give. Does he not? So, what we're going to do now is we are going to, of course, this is missions night, so we are going to, Miss Young, any suggestions right quick of stuff we can do, what you would like, anything you would like specifically to see this coming fall as school starts back? Okay. Okay. That's right. Okay. All right. Are you folks hearing that? It starts week after next and goes until the second week of July. Okay. It's going to deplete it quite a bit. Okay. All right. So you've heard there are some ideas, folks, and of course we'll be working with Miss Young for, she said, a read along program. I encourage you to do that, but we'll be looking towards that come this fall, and putting some of that together. So right now, though, what we want to do is we want to do three things. Number one, again, let's give Miss Young a hand and thank her for her time. Because remember, she's off duty, folks. She's 7 o'clock, she's off duty. Okay, this is her own time she's spending with us. So then we want to divide up, because our missions organizations are called Baptist Men and, what do you ladies call yourselves now? WOM? Is that what it is? Is that how you say it? WOM? WOM? Women on Mission. I don't know how, WOM, Women on Mission, something like that. I'm used to WMU, okay? You know, that's what I grew up with, WMU. So what we'll do, though, before we break up into our groups, ladies, we're going to need your help for the men. We have still not set a date for going and helping our mission partner, Caraway. So if you ladies, one of you ladies will pull out your calendar, and let's go ahead, and I have been in contact with Mr. Huffman. He's like, any day's fine. It's awesome. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. We need some suggestions. He's like, any day you want. I'm like, okay, so who do I go to when I need a decision made pronto? Ladies? Yeah, somebody said my wife. That's at my house. Here I go to ladies. We need a date. So we either need to pick a Saturday, would be preferably, because they said they would feed us lunch if we show up around 8 and work to 12. Or we could do a Sunday afternoon, although we won't get lunch. So again, we need a Saturday, because I've had their lunch there, Gary. It is delicious. It is delicious. I have told y'all many times that's part of the reason I'm Baptist. And Camp Caraway is no different than any other Baptist church or organization. You will be well fed, I promise. So who's got a date for me right quick? Who's got a date to throw up? Anybody? I don't have a calendar in front of me. I got this watch here. That's too late, Gary. See, ladies. June 19th. Okay? How does that work for the Baptist men? June 19th? Tony's shaking his head. Yeah, that's Father's Day weekend. Okay. Yeah. I forgot. June 20th is Father's Day. I think we're going to have to go to July. Yeah. 17th, July 17th. Does that sound? Let me see some heads nod. July 17th, we'll go down and we'll split some wood and we'll do some cleaning, and that'll be a good time too because that'll be in the middle of camp, so there'll be a lot of dirty trash and. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There'll be some work we can do though, and we'll be able to help them out. Okay, so July 17th. July 17th. Raise your hand if that does not work for you. Okay. Why don't we put a sign up list? We'll put a sign up list that says 17th and 24th. And we'll have both of them. Does that sound good to everybody? All right, perfect. So July 17th, 24th. Pastor Bob, help me remember that. Because I have nowhere to write it down right now. Somebody said they'll send me a text. Sweet. All right, now that we got that set, ladies and young ladies and girls, and let's have you ladies choose. Would you rather be in here or would you rather be in the fellowship hall? Okay, they want to do fellowship hall because it's freezing in here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want you ladies to kind of go to the fellowship hall, and we're going to talk to the Baptist men as well, and we're going to try to plan when we want to do like another supplies drive and something like that between now and August, okay? Because that's really what they're going to need is to replenish some of that supplies that they're going to lose in summer school over that. So what will be the good dates for that, okay? Any questions? Any questions? All right. Well, ladies, you're dismissed to go to the fellowship hall. Men, you stay in here. And I'm so glad we were great Baptists tonight, all taking up the back pews. I noticed as I went back. Well, men, let's come forward a little bit. Huh?